So today is a special day for spiritual insights. Why do I say so? Because it is the middle Ekadasi of the Braj Mandal Parikrama Niyama Seva meditation, which we are conducting once again for the 35th time by sheer mercy and surprise in the Vrindavan family. Of course, we do have a lack of time to do everything we want to do in this short little months of Kartik, which expands into an infinite, unlimited space when it comes to the Rasa Leela. But still we are feeling that time is passing by so fast. And we, who are we? Well, we are floating along the destiny and praying to get the mercy of the divine. What united us all is that destiny which requires that you surrender to it. Even though destiny is such a strong point in the law of karma, in Vaishnava philosophy we are emphasizing the word surrender. Surrender to your destiny or surrender to the surrender process. Because the surrender process is not controlled by destiny. Otherwise there would be no meaning to surrender. If we are just surrendering because there's nothing else to do, no other option. All we have to do is to surrender. But, as a matter of fact, we have a lot of things to do. And that's what we are discussing today. I mean, I don't really know what Swami Maharaj has to do in Mexico. I guess Krishna knows better. For sure. And Prabhupada knows better. And Swami Maharaj knows a little bit also. What he wants to do. I don't know what Prakashananda is going to do in Colombia. He's such a broad mind. What will he do for Krishna there? Oh, amazing things. Already he has done amazing things, and more amazing things he will do. And what will Raghunath Prabhu do for the Krishna consciousness movement? Wow. Raghunath is a wonderful person. This is Raghunath, can I show you that? For those who you don't know. First I hired him as a teacher. When I opened the first school in Vrindavan, in Kiki Kanak. How many years ago, Raghunath? Huh? Huh? At least. Okay. Now he's managing so much, looking after everything we are doing. He's our local support. Raghunath is very important. And what Gauranga Pran will do, my God. He is such an incredible person. I'm not saying that to flatter anybody. I'm just trying to awaken you to the dimension what Krishna has meant for you. Don't forget, I just said, we are in the doctor University. And it's called Doctor of the Soul University. And even though it's like when you're going to dental college. In the dental college, you get to be treated for free by the new students who are just learning how to be good dentists. Many dental colleges, they give free treatment to people so that the new doctors will get some experience. So, in this way, those who are trying to become doctors of the soul, they are also getting to make free treatments around the world. This is what the Krishna consciousness movement is all about. The free treatment you can get at any temple from any shiksha guru, any local president, any local book distributor, any local cook, anybody who's trying to serve Krishna. So we are giving the free treatments. But not only we give free treatments, we also give the connection to Guru, Shastra and Sadhu. We give the connection to Prabhupada, Srila, Maharaj and all the Sampradaya. We give all the transcendental books they have given to us, and we give them some very wonderful sadhu association, as good, as best as we can. So, this is what is our panorama. The panorama of taking the maximum degree of responsibility to serve others so that they will be very satisfied with your treatment. And gradually you will be recognized to not only be a trainee, but to be quite a good medical professional or spiritual guardian. So the doctor of the soul. I like this song which I heard when I was a young boy. It says, Doctor of the soul, Master of the mind, your precious benediction is very hard to find. You make it very easy for all to understand. Your mercy has no boundary, your kindness has no end. That is the spirit of a doctor of the soul. That's your course. You chose this course. Nobody can tell, oh no, I didn't know about that. I thought it was just about eating prasadam and making a little parikrama in Vrindavan. No. You all chose this study and the connection. And here today, on this Rama Ekadasi, which some of you may do full fasting today, or half fasting, or nirjal fasting, whatever you like. Fasting is a free thing. But whatever do, on this special day, we pray to be included in the divine plan. That the divine Lord may have a plan. And He does. The divine plan exists for each and every one of us. Sri Hari is a part of the divine plan. That's why I say you've got to come and help me in Vrindavan. We have a lot of things to do. But we don't know exactly what yet. Because this is also being revealed day by day. And what is our young Vaishnava, not that young, but recently turned father again, in Chopron of Hungary, who is here to charge his batteries, to give bhakti to Hungarians. And Kishori, She is my great support in Berlin Mandir. Always faithful, serving Gandharvika Govinda Sundaram. And very attached to Vrindavan. After she came first time here, she's coming every year. She's now becoming a member of the Gopi course of Vrindavan. Who can understand Krishna? Where is Rohini? Rohini is in Krishna consciousness. You and the Colombian Rohini is also here. She is in Krishna consciousness for 32 years, and now first time she come to Vrindavan. Can you imagine how she's feeling? After 32 years, you listen about Vrindavan, 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 and finally you reach Vrindavan and you see everything. You can feel what is this place. How are you feeling, Rohini? Very happy. Yes, of course. How can you not feel happy? And Rohini from Santo Domingo, also first time here. So, this is a very, very amazing dimension. And today, we have a few seminaries. And those seminaries are specially for the purpose of increasing our understanding how to connect Vrindavan to the world. That is the plan of Prabhupada, to connect the whole world to Vrindavan. That's why he came and made the Krishna Balaram Mandir, and that's why he stayed in Radha Damodar. That's why he stayed in some other places too. And then in his books, in his songs, everything Prabhupada gives is Vrindavan attachment. Important! Not the physical place, not the stone you can touch. It is the inner Vrindavan of Nitya Sambandha. You are Krishna's eternal servant. That is what Vrindavan is. And I'm also very happy Mandali came back to Vrindavan. Also a great help in our preaching in Germany, in our temple, and also very attached to Vrindavan. Every single one of you are repeaters. You know, when there's a repetition, there's an original transmission, and then there's a repeating station. So, in Litala, repeating station, Krishnadas Kaviraj, repeating station, Giriraj, repeating station, and wherever you go, you repeat and repeat and repeat. It's like a vibration which comes from Vrindavan to you, Prabhupada, Krishna, Gurudeva to you, and from you it starts spreading around. Because you are a humble, sweet, repeating station. But then you are repeating so intensively, you're bombarding some of the people, and then some of the people goes click, and they become another repeating station. And it goes That is the way Krishna consciousness spreads, by the divine repeating station. It is not our energy, it is not our idea, it is not our philosophy, it is not our self-realization process, and it is also nothing which we can control, but we can and we should repeat it as much as we like it and feel it and appreciate it. We should repeat it. Everybody should repeat it. Doesn't matter whether you are 1 year in Krishna conscious or 30 years. It does not even matter whether you have read all the Gita or not. It doesn't even matter whether your insight is completely absorbed in Krishna, or you're still mixed bhakta with material desires and with this and with that. Karma Mishra, Jnana Mishra Bhaktas. That's all we are. Some people call it Kanishta. Some people may become Madhya. Some people may be Uttam, but that is another story. Whoever you are, repeat. Okay? If you're Kanishta, repeat as good as you can. If you're Madhyam, repeat even more. If you're Uttam, repeat the same. That's all. That's our Guru wish for us. Why? Because when you're a repeater of the transcendental message, the more you repeat and others get affected, that comes back to you, back to the source, and strengthens you. Your own bhakti is going to become more strong, more full, more joy. That is natural. Like, I love the devotees very much. Why? Well, because they're devotees. Today we're going to have a meeting in the University of Ancient Wisdom. And I'm going to give the explanation of the 10 families. How we are connected to the 10 families in this world, and how these 10 families all bring certain commitments to our life. Just like your father and mother is one family and you have a commitment there. You can't say, oh, I don't care. Father and mother, nothing to do with me. We have so much to learn. And we are in these families to serve these families. So we have to understand what are our families. To give you just one example, all vegetarians and vegans in the world, they are one family. What type of family? They love and respect the animals. That is their family connection. Then there's those who believe in God, who believe we are the sons and daughters of the Supreme Creator. That's another family. So I will explain that this afternoon in the seminar. All I wanted to say now, that the commitment which we obtain is the one which we have to translate into our life. And what each and everyone is going to do, detail by detail, as you are repeating stations, honestly speaking, I don't know. Of course I don't know. Maybe nobody knows, but Krishna knows. So it is very much spiritual life is between you and Krishna. Of course you consider the guru, you consider the diksha, shiksha gurus. Yesterday Srila Maharaj said, very interesting, we had a discussion with him, he said, every devotee needs at least 2 shiksha gurus. I said, 2? How many? Oh, he said that he can also have 1,000, but at least 2 shiksha gurus each devotee needs. I said, why? So that he can be helped to understand how to put what Guru has given him into practice. Like somebody to check with. Hey, is that right? I have this idea. I want to start a new temple in Mexico. You think that's right, Swami Maharaj? What type of temple should we have? So this way, this checking with advanced Vaishnavas, that's a very important thing. If you don't have any Shiksha Gurus, then you may also come to strange conclusions. So the potential of Vrindavan, the potential of this mission is your inner power to repeat according to your understanding and according to the divine will as it flows through you. And do not think that one is a better repeater than the other. Even though that may be so, but repeater is a repeater. And when he repeats what he heard and somebody else gets it, that somebody else may understand what the original transmission was all about. Can you imagine that? What is that shloka Srila Maharaj? Vyasa veti naveti va. He said, that what I'm repeating, Vyasadeva may have understood it. I got it from him. Shukadeva may understood it. I don't know. Somebody may not have understood it, but it's coming through. That shloka is the shastric support of what I'm saying here. That we are repeating stations. And sometimes we may not know what the meaning is of what we are repeating, but the third or fourth or fifth person, he may understand it and become totally enlightened. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that an absolute amazing part of Krishna consciousness? And it gives us a lot of hope. Of course, we want to have the maximum realization. Of course, we want to have the maximum of mercy to represent Krishna. That is all good. Why not? We are, by nature, we are some kind of perfectionists, some more than others. But everybody says, I want the best, I want the best, I want the best. Yes, you want the best, very good. Are you deserving the best? Do you really think you're going to get the best? Mercy, 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 mercy. Only by mercy. But we want the best. Yes, why not? Because that's the nature of humans. They want the best. So, as you want the best, you should also give the best. Now, if you give Prabhupada in your repeating station, you can't go wrong. Because Prabhupada is the best. Oh, there were some criticism of Srila Prabhupada, that according to time, place and circumstances, or because some previous things he heard, he may have said a few things which were not so absolutely applicable to all circumstances. And then some people concluded, oh, then Prabhupada is not that important, not that high. We don't have to repeat what he says. I totally disagree with that conclusion. Whoever has that conclusion, I'm very, very sorry for that. Because even though Prabhupada made a few statements which could be interpreted confusingly, he also started the Gurukula, and there were problems in the Gurukula. He also started the cow protection program in the US, and there were some problems in the Goshala. And he also gave his mercy to many people, and not everybody of them were able to take the full mercy and just simply keep it strong for a whole life. No. But Prabhupada's gift to this world is not relative. It is, he is a repeating station of Lord Krishna. He is a repeating station of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. It is all a transcendental, but transcendental movement, transcendental mission, transcendental family, but it has to adjust to time and place. Time, place, and circumstances. Not everything is just, oh my God. Like for example, I have been accused sometimes by some devotees that I discourage academic studies in the devotees and rather encourage them to go deeper into bhakti and into helping this movement to be very solid. For that, we need very solid commitment and solid contribution. And when sometimes people say, oh, now I want to go to university and study. I have many students who went to universities. I have not blocked it if somebody really wants it. But I also have my own opinion about the priorities and the importances. And to be honest, I don't believe in the system of exploitation, which is a predominant element of the education of competition and sense gratification, which this world is promoting. I believe in the, like Swami Maharaj, he recently helped publishing a book of Srila Maharaj about the Upadeshamrita. Now that book is education for me. To know this type of things which in this book, that is higher education. But it takes time. You cannot get higher education if you don't take time for it. And you cannot get lower education if you don't take time for it. So you have to decide it. You really have to decide it. And as the preacher, people sometimes come to me, what do you think, Gurudev? Should I go to university? And then I honestly say, I wouldn't. I didn't. I don't think. I didn't finish high school. Swami Maharaj graduated from university. No? Prakasananda, he finished his university, right? Huh? Let's ask, how many of you finished the university? Well, a whole bunch of guys. So it's not something you cannot do. It's not something you still may get Krishna's grace. But the thing is that most of you did that before you got to know Prabhupada. And in this way. But whatever it may be, there is a lot of freedom in Krishna consciousness, but also when I say to people the most important thing is to give Krishna to others, I absolutely convinced of that. Because you may go to university, you might die while you're in university. Who guarantees you that you're going to finish it and get a good job and make a lot of money? There's no guarantee. So it is like, let's ask a second question. Who of you finished university and works today in that category which he studied? You see? It's quite less. And Krishna's Kaviraj opened a bunch of preaching centers. So in this way, Tama Krishna Prabhu ki Jai. Please, Tama Krishna Prabhu, sit down. We were waiting for you. Yes, please. No. Please, you sit there. Jai Radhe. Any words from you? Tamal Krishna Prabhu is an amazing devotee, just like you. You are also amazing devotees. But he maybe is a little bit more amazing. Because he's a brahmachari, and and he lived in the temple, in many temples. He preached in many places. He told me one other place he also worked in. But when he came to Vrindavan, his Guru Deva, Bhakti Surit Akinchna Maharaj, he said, oh, maybe we can fix this temple here. And they made a little drawing like this. And then his Guru's 100th birthday we are celebrating in a few days. Bhakti Surit Akinchna Maharaj. But Ramakrishna, he took this plan of his Guru and by himself, without permission, only Radharani gave permission, and Guru Varga also, he made this Imlitala temple, which you see, it is the most spectacular, most beautiful Gaudiya Mandir in Vrindavan. But not only did he do that, but he himself went to Delhi and other places and collected the money for it. Not only that he went there, oh, make this here, and he got the best artists, and he made the most beautiful temple there. And this is an example how you can do wonderful things. Just because you want to do them from your heart. Who knows who is going to build? Now this fellow here, Yamuna, is on the Yamuna, so he wants to make a temple in La Serena. Already they got the land. Who knows what kind of temple they're going to make there? Expanding Vrindavan to La Serena or to Chillán. You know, so much potential is there. And the potential comes to us by mercy. It's mercy. We don't know. But building a temple is not the biggest thing. So many big temples have been built. But the building the community, the service, the bhakti joy, to build up people, or like I say, to transmit, to be a repetition station. And many other people get inspired to repeat again and again. You see, there's an unlimited dimension to this. You can repeat to one, he repeats to another, he repeats to another, he repeats to another, he repeats to another. Your repeating station may go all over the world. Just like Prabhupada. Not only he went everywhere, he took 13 tours around the world, but his repetition of his message went to so many places where he never went. So this is the whole spiritual family idea, that you repeat and you give example. You give example how to make beautiful things for Lord Krishna. Small things, medium things, large things. There's no hard and fast rules. Really, there isn't. We don't know what is the next plan of Krishna. Actually, I don't. I never expected to go around South America for years and meeting devotees everywhere. I never expected that. Not in my wildest dreams. Huh? And I love it. I live a dream of Prabhupada, I think. Despite the difficulties which also come, because sometimes, you know, sometimes even dear devotees die in front of you. Some new ones are born also, but some are dying in the middle of our joy. We lost Radha Tulasi, our dearest Pujari, such a sweet person. Here we lost Pishima. Here we lost Damoda Maharaj. Right here in this place. Great devotees, great loving devotees. So it's not every day just chanting and dancing. Sometimes it's crying. Sometimes it's difficult moments. But all in all, the power of bhakti, the power of repeating our acharyas is so big and so beautiful that it is almost guaranteed that you will do something wonderful in Ecuador. And maybe in more places. Why only Ecuador? You have such a big mind? Or in Czech Republic? Why only Czech Republic? You can expand. We are not sitting in one country and say, oh, I only belong to Holland. I got this morning a letter from Colombia, from one of our volunteers. He wrote to me, he wants to rent a castle in Holland and invite the intellectuals. He has some connection with the intellectuals in Holland. And he said, I don't know, he's a volunteer in our farm, you know. How is he going to rent a castle and all that? I say, you must invite Swami Maharaj because I don't know. He wanted me to go there. But he says he wants the people who are very rich and they're wasting their time, their money to invest in something wonderful like repeating stations. To make repeating stations or to help those who are repeating. So this type of things are going on. Dimensions. Hari, Mantra Seva, Prabhupada Vani, all of you, Vrinda, all this what you're having to do, what is coming ahead of you, what is ahead of you in your life. Let it be as beautiful as the Mandir Imlitala, which Tamal Krishna make. If you can make that quality, then everything is already perfect. If you can get that quality of seva, oh God, I can only dream of that. So amazing. But Tamal Krishna Prabhu and myself and many others, we don't want to make temples. We want to make the whole Vrindavan to be perfect, sweet, clean, good relationships amongst the Vaishnavas. And from Vrindavan, the whole world. Our vision is not, oh, I have a nice little temple, now I can sit here, maybe I get some disciples that bring me some money, then I don't have to worry. No, not like that. That's not our vision, sitting in temples to get donations. Our vision is to do what Srila Gopananda Maharaj said when he was in South America. He said, we want Vrindavan to be so perfect and so beautiful that nobody who comes there wants to go away anymore. And if they go away, to take the Vrindavan spirit with them, because Vrindavan captured their hearts. And we feel for that we need a beautiful Yamuna promenade. We want this like in every beautiful, or in so many cities in the world, the riverfront is a beautiful promenade where people meet sadhus, a little bit like Varanasi, and like that. More clean than Varanasi. Like Rishikesh, like Haridwar. This must be Vrindavan. Otherwise, the temples are already good. Our temples are already good. Only we need to teach the Brahmins not to be so rough. Because some of the pandas are rough. And because of that, people don't like to go to this temple. I didn't take our devotees to Nandagram and to Varshana for at least 15 years because the pandas were so rough. But now the good news is they changed. The pandas changed. They got the message that if you're rough, you get less people to come there. You get less donations. That's not the way how you do it, by making people feel uneasy and unhappy. Hey, give me more money. So Some places they still have got it completely. But we are making progress. So thank you for listening to these words on Ekadasi. Now Gurudeva can continue.